A paycheck is supposed to afford me certain affordances like food.
You
and
make
such.
60, you're perfectly fine.
Right.
But no, you're
So-
not entitled to going out to eat.
Well, how much can I spend on a day?
You can spend all of it, but you might not hit your goals.
Right.
But then don't complain that you can't retire or can't get a house. That was your choice you made. Question, what percent does the top 1% pay in federal income taxes?
None.
Fool, slap yourself 3 times.
Did you know we actually have the most progressive income tax system in the entire Western world? Did you know that?
I did not.
Oh, we do. Of course you didn't know that. Why know anything before having an opinion? What the f is wrong with you? You think the top 1% pays 0%?
These are the people out here voting, ladies and gentlemen. The socialists are taking over America. The blue-haired weirdos are out here in mass voting for a bunch of stuff, a bunch of policies that make absolutely no sense. They don't have a lick of sense in regard to what the heck they're even talking about. Let's go ahead and react to more of this. By the way, guys, there's a new feature on YouTube where you can hype videos. So be sure to like the video, hype the video. It helps out a lot. Appreciate you.
Going to concentration camps. Yeah, I actually just got back
You
from
went to
Delaney.
Auschwitz?
I just got back from Delaney Hall.
Where's that?
That's in New Jersey.
There's a concentration camp in New Jersey?
And many other states as well. Yeah, there are detention
Concentration
centers.
camp?
Yep. They have barbed wire and awful living conditions and maggots in the food and abusing the people in there. No due process. That's a concentration camp.
Okay.
And so people are.
You know, one of the things that I'm always curious about is where was all this energy of calling it a concentration camps when Obama was deporting people, or when any Democrat any Democrat president was deporting individuals. They had these same types of facilities. Now all of a sudden they're concentration camps. It doesn't make sense. I mean, I haven't seen the gas chambers yet, but you know, I guess when we see those, then maybe I'll agree with you. But until then, I just say just shut the F up.
Rightfully outraged and are out there to demoralize the people who are going into those.
I asked her what her job was, by the way.
I said finance, and you asked if I was a bad capitalist.
So she's talking
I'm a
about
socialist.
concentration camps. You're a socialist?
Yes.
Okay, you know socialism has never worked. What socialism are you in favor for? Here we go, get ready.
I believe that
Take a system.
a system.
Take a system in the world that you're in favor of,
Well,
that you would rather be our system.
I just don't want it to be capitalism, nor do
take
I
a
want it
system.
to be.
Take a system that has worked, that you like and would like to replicate here.
Capitalism.
Take a system, please, that has been proven to work in any country, anywhere. That is better than our system, please.
Capitalism.
Yeah, please find.
Does not.
Okay, that's great. Yes, you have your talking points. That's wonderful. Now pick a system that has worked anywhere, better than here, that you would rather have.
Well,
I'm waiting for it.
Your
No.
definition of better is like not valuing the intrinsic
I don't give a
value.
fuck. I don't give a fuck about my definition. Your definition. I'm asking you to choose. Don't cater to my definition.
And I'm choosing socialism.
No. Yeah, but pick it. Pick another country that has worked.
And
Please.
unfortunately, we are an imperialist.
Never tried real socialism, I bet you.
Imperialism is hurting those socialist countries.
Please pick a system. One place that according to your values you would rather do.
New York.
People need to eat, and it
People do need
doesn't
to
work. You know what's actually more
Are
important?
we feeding people under capitalism?
Yes. Have you seen our poor people? They're fat. Yes.
Fascism is when we silence dissent.
Whoa, okay. Copy and paste response. Let's try to get a second one in there. You know they do that under communism aggressively and socialism, but
Facts.
continue, please.
I'm sure any of you guys who had a Facebook account or a Twitter account at the time remember how the Biden administration aggressively suppressed any dissenting information regarding COVID and masks. And if the vaccine, if you said something about the vaccine not working, oh man, you were toast. Whole account deleted. Some of these people were talking about deleting all of your accounts if you posted any misinformation on even one of these platforms, and making sure that you couldn't spread harmful information, right? That's on top of Elon Musk purchasing the entire platform of Twitter. That's the entire reason that he did it, is because Twitter was suppressing information so much that they may have had I strongly believe had an effect on whether or not Trump was elected, because any sort of information that was truthful and supportive of conservatives and Republicans, they would actively suppress. And when he actually purchased X, he proved it definitively. And that's one of the reasons he had to clean house and get rid of so many freaking employees. Is not because they just were crappy workers, which they were, but it's also because they were ideologically compromised.
Fascism is also when you oppress a group. Minorities, oppress minorities.
You basically just use the same talking point. Do you actually have anything that you can actually describe what fascism really is?
Well, fascism is what...
Define fascism. What is the economic and political structure of fascism?
Fascism is private profit, or private prisons.
You know nothing. You use buzzwords and you know no actual reality.
I know that reality is that we are suffering and there's got to be an alternative. Capitalism allows people to die.
Yeah,
So
no
it's
one
not
ever
profitable.
died under
It's
communism.
not profitable to...
Did anyone ever die under
support-
communism?
Under capitalism.
Great, good response. Oh, go ahead. Get your point.
Under capitalism, people are not prioritized as much as profits are. And so you let people die in your hospitals.
Who's letting someone die?
Well,
No, if you go to the emergency room, they're not letting you die, and anyone can go to the emergency room, including an illegal immigrant.
I think one of the biggest problems when you start talking about socialism or communism is then it just becomes the government gets to decide who lives and dies. And you know how that's going to go. It's going to be, whoever is in charge of the government at the time is going to choose people who are against the government, right? Like just like how they in Venezuela were trying to take out any of these protesters, right? Killing protesters. Not necessarily violent people, but people who are protesting. And of course they'll say, oh, they were committing crimes. They were violent. Of course they're going to say that. They're going to make up some excuse, and a bunch of stupid people will, just believe it, even though they know what the real truth is. It's just that some of these people are radical and they agree with killing dissent. Just look at what happened with Charlie Kirk, where this guy was just speaking, and a lot of the people, including blue-haired weirdos like this person on the screen, I'm not saying her specifically, but people like her, went out and celebrated like I've never seen people celebrate anything in my entire life.
What are you talking about?
And then they die from medical debt.
No. Have you seen this show? Dude, the bankruptcy laws in this country compared to anywhere else are some of the most lax, liberal, incredible to get out of any bad situation ever.
I don't know about bankruptcy.
You don't know about anything. That's the point. If you don't know about bankruptcy, then don't comment on medical debt. You do one meal a day?
Mm-hmm.
It's still more expensive. You can, but if you're choosing that, then you're choosing...
Well, can I spend on anything else?
Why don't you save it? No, listen, you can't complain that you can't save for anything if you're choosing not to.
Well,
it's fine if you don't want to. If you would rather go out to eat, that's fine. But then don't complain that you didn't get to save for retirement, that you didn't get to save for a house. You made that choice, and that's okay, but own it.
I'm just pointing out that, there's... A paycheck is supposed to afford me certain affordances, like food.
You make
and such.
60, you're perfectly fine.
Right.
But no, you're not entitled to going out to eat.
Well, how much can I spend on a day?
Going out?
Well,
what's your goals?
Well,
you can spend all of it, but you might not hit your goals.
Right.
But then don't complain that you can't retire or can't get a house. That was your choice you made.
Bro, this is one of the most ridiculous things I've ever seen. And I've seen, what's sad? I know people like this in real life who spend a ton of money, make a ton of money, spend a ton of money, and then they complain because they don't have enough to spend more. Make more money than me, have all the new phones, new shoes, iPads, new laptops every year, every time there's any type of clearance or on sale, getting new everything, new cars. Like every couple years, at one point, every once a year, a new car. It's like, how? So much crazy stuff, but complain because they don't have enough money. They need more money. And they think some kind of way the government's going to give it to them. I just don't even know what to say about these people. It's the most entitled group of individuals maybe to ever exist. Let's keep going.
That's not socialism, capitalism. That's you.
But if the government provided those things, that'd be...
Why should they? Because you have no agency.
Well, the government
You have no discipline. Why should they?
Because there's an intrinsic value to
Why
building
should
your
it be my
community.
responsibility to take care of you since you decided not to take care of yourself when you make good money? In what way is that fair?
How is it fair for people to lose their everything?
We're talking about you, not other people right now. We're on
Sorry.
the you part of this.
Yeah.
Why should I have to take care of you when you make $60,000 a year and you choose to blow it all?
I don't choose to blow it all, but
You
I
just
do.
said you do.
I do spend some money on eating. Yes.
Yes, and if instead you put that in a low-cost index fund, you let it go to retirement, you had a chance to retire, but you're not doing that. Instead, you choose to go out to eat. Why is it my fault for not funding your retirement?
I am funding my retirement.
Okay, what if it's not enough? Why should it be on me is the question I asked. If you
Right.
chose to go out to eat and blow your money,
It's
why should it be on me?
because there's an intrinsic value to building up your community.
You're not in my community.
Well, then how are you paying for it? I think that
Question, what percent does the top 1% pay in federal income taxes?
none.
I think it's about 40 to 50%. No, I believe it's about 35%. Then the top 10% pays 50 to 60%. Top 50% pays 99%. The bottom 50% of earners only pay 1%. Did you know we actually have the most progressive income tax system in the entire Western world? Did you know that?
I did not.
Oh, we do. Of course you didn't know that. Why know anything before having an opinion? What the is wrong with you? You're probably a raised taxes person, aren't you? But you didn't even know that we have the most progressive income tax in the entire Western world?
This is one of the things that I think a lot of people don't understand is there's so much to taxes. There's so many different types of taxes, even for the companies that pay little to none in income tax. They're still paying millions, sometimes billions in other types of taxes.
You think
I know that
you think the top 1% pays 0%? Okay, but that's actually just not true according to IRS data.
Comparatively.
No, that is the percentages. Compared to what? Compared to the bottom 50%? No, compared to the bottom 50%, bottom 50% only pays 1%.
It's a lot more than what?
Then they should?
Yes.
The bottom 50% shouldn't pay 1%?
It's something like,
That's interesting you say that because you know the social programs that you love and you beg for that the entire European Union does. You know how they pay for it? They pay for it with a VAT tax. You know what a VAT tax is?
what's a VAT?
Oh, wow. So you don't even know how they pay for the social programs that you're begging for.
Well, but through
a-
taxes,
But what's a VAT tax?
another type
This
of
is
tax.
pathetic. It's a national sales tax. So overall, that is a less progressive tax than we have anywhere here. So the poorest people over in Europe have to pay a flat sales tax to pay for the social programs that they benefit. They pay a higher percentage of their income to taxes as a national base to get those percentages. Where you say the bottom 50% shouldn't even pay 1%? No, if we were going to mimic their systems over there, they would be paying much larger than 1%. You don't know what the you're talking about. Pathetic. If they're employing and investing a lot in R&D and new technology, you know we have that tax structure for a reason. So people are investing in the United States economy, so they're building more products, so they're employing more people, which actually contributes more to the tax base overall in the end, because when they employ more people, that creates payroll taxes on both ends, and it actually creates more income tax on the people making over 6 figures. That actually provides more money overall.
Ladies and gentlemen, I think that's enough. I think I've had enough of the blue hair. This is who's out here. I mean, at least not a screaming angry leftist, at least, from what we're seeing in this interview, but who knows who they are when they're going to these ICE concentration camps, so to speak. For all we know, they're throwing fire bombs and keying Teslas, right? So, guys, unfortunately, this is what happens when everybody's allowed to vote. This is the people who are out here. This is how people think. Educated person went to school. This is what happens when the college institutions chew you up and spit you out. Young woman doesn't know a lick about life at all. It never appears to have really owned anything. The only thing that they spend money on is food. So they don't even know anything about these systems, anything about the government. They don't know anything about anything except that socialism sounds morally correct in this P-brain's mind. It's sad and pathetic. And unfortunately, there's millions of people out here that think like this. So if you want to make sure that these weirdos don't take over the world, be sure to get out there and vote and do those mail-in ballots. If they're not going to go away, and you know, we're still going to have election day and election month and all of this stuff, it's about time conservatives and Republicans start taking advantage of it. If you don't want to get left behind and have the Democrats pretty much win every election, then if you can't beat them, join them. But these are just my thoughts, guys. Let me know what you guys think. Drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you're new. I appreciate you guys watching. I'm out. Shout out to my members, patrons, and fellow anomalies: Cyber Noodle, 655, The Great, Bella Scott, Carpentier John, and Pinecone 6. I appreciate you guys every single day.
By the way, guys, I'm not even a Republican. I just believe in lowercase l liberalism and sound capitalism in markets. She's making me seem like the most rude Republican in the world. And she's just a far extremist to the left, which is fucking crazy.